Start with an opening statement for Coach, and then we will go to questions for the student athletes. And once we're done with the student athlete questions, we'll excuse them and finish up with questions for Coach. So, Coach, if you'd start off with an opening statement, please.
Just a great win. We beat a great team. I think difference in the game was our third quarter. We knocked down a bunch of threes, and we had a number of players step up when they had their opportunities. Kiki came up huge for us today. I thought we had a really good defensive effort to try to limit touches for their best player, and overall it was a really good game, and I'm proud of our team.
Questions now for the student athletes, please. And Dan, we'll start with you.
Thanks. Dan Gelson, Associated Press. For any of the players, I mean, like he said, it was noted the third quarter was the difference. What did you start to do differently or do more effectively in that quarter to put the game away? And more to the point, well, answer that one first. Go ahead.
I think that we were talking a lot on defense. That's something that we really emphasized. And just started making plays. We started hitting our shots, and that fired up the team. So we were ready to keep pushing.
And what did you think when Maddie hit that three, that four bounce off the rim?
Crazy. It was electric for sure.
I feel like that pretty much summed it up for us in that third quarter. It was like our defense was on fire, and we were being rewarded on the offensive end, and Maddie Antonucci just came to life. She definitely lived up to our name of raining threes, and that ball bouncing, it was one of those. And then when it hit, you could just feel the electricity in the arena.
Jaron May with WBBH. TK, this is now your second NCAA tournament victory. You and your teams have now contributed 2 of the 4 in program history. How great does that feel for you?
Man, it feels good to just be part of history, and just I can always look back and be like, yeah, like we did that. And it's just so amazing that we all came out ready to win. Last press conference, we was just saying the same thing. Like, we played with pace, and we played as a team, and we came out with the dub.
Kira, that is 12 points is a season high. I'm pretty sure a career high. I haven't double checked that, but what was working today, and how great does that feel to be able to do it on the biggest stage?
Yeah, our coach always says, be ready. You never know when it's going to be your moment. So I was ready, and my teammates created space for me, and I was able to do what I do. So it's everything with my teammates.
Shay, we've talked about it, going from D2 to D1, and now you get a big victory in the first round, and now you're moving forward. What do you think this team can accomplish at the end of the day?
Oh, the sky's the limit. When we are just who we are and try not to be anybody else but GCU, there's no stopping us. We're always connected. We're moving on one accord, and Coach is always pushing us and challenging us to be the best version of ourselves, and then it just trickles down to each other, building each other up. And like I said, in those moments, basketball is a game of runs. Not only did we not let it affect us in a negative way, we came together and came out much stronger, and the third quarter was the proof of that.
I saw you dancing pregame, and all of you guys were just vibing in the warm-ups. How was team morale, and just can you explain a little bit about this entire day? What has this experience been like for you?
Oh, it's been outstanding. And, these definitely are those kind of pressured situations, and we didn't just want to let it affect us, get too much in our heads, too anxious, too many nerves. So, like I said, being me, dancing, the music was great, having a great time during warm-ups, but as you can see, it was all smiles, all happiness, and it translated to the court. And so we're making plays, we're hitting shots, we're getting steals, and the energy was just contagious, left and right.
Bailey Smith, WZVN in Fort Myers. Congrats, guys.
Thank you.
But whenever you walk out on the court, you see the size from Washington State. I mean, they are enormous. You got a bunch like 6'5" girls. So you guys didn't seem phased, though. I mean, obviously, with the way it panned out, you guys dominated them. You guys were the bigger team. So how did you do that, and how did you not, let them make you nervous?
I'll say we just followed the game plan. Coach made that known in the beginning, but it was really our tenacity. And we came out hard and ready to play, so I would say that's really what it took.
I agree. Yeah.
We have a question down in the front, too.
A couple, Tashara, first, when you look at Kiara coming through, it's just sort of part and parcel with how this program works, where everyone whose number is called steps up. What is that? What is it about this program that allows that to happen so consistently during your time here?
giving each other confidence. Kiki was able to see her space today, and it really helped us a lot. And I just love that for her and for Maddie that they were able to step up. And, like she said before, when Coach says it's time to, when it's your time, it's your time. And she had a lot of opportunities, and she took advantage of it, and I love that.
And a question for any player. Coach often brags about his dancing over the course of the year. What song was playing in the post game, and how effective was his dancing? I will ask him the same.
I'm going to say he did
Go
better.
ahead.
He did better
It was
today.
better today.
From the last time. He was busting out a couple moves. Back was a little less stiff. But he definitely matches our energy.
Definitely.
We can work on it, though. But it was better today.
Understood. Thank you, guys.
Any further questions for the student athletes? Thank you. We can excuse you guys. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Thank you, guys.
Good job, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
And now questions for Coach Howard.
I will, Coach. Well, I'll just piggyback off of that, and then I have a non-dancing question. But just, what was the song post game, and do you feel like they accurately characterized it?
Yeah, they did. It was Iron Maiden, the Trooper. I'm a big Iron Maiden fan, heavy metal fan from the 80s. And I walked in there, and they had my jams going. So I appreciated that.
In a basketball question, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
The fact that you guys are just consistently, seemingly underseeded, and Cammie talked about this, and everybody seems to talk about that every year, and then you come in and you prove it year after year. Do you think there needs to be an understanding from the committee that what you guys are doing is beyond what is being recognized on a year in, year out basis?
Well, it'd be interesting to see how many programs have as many wins as a 12 seed as we do. But it's kind of a function of the structure, and it's working just the way they want it to. Like, if you can't get a lot of quad one teams to play you, then the committee can go together and say, well, you don't have quad one wins, and now we can seed you wherever we want you. So some things are out of our control. We can't control who will play us. We can ask everybody, but they're entitled to say no. And who we do play, we have to play well and win and give ourselves an opportunity. A lot of times we have to win our conference tournament just to get an opportunity to be in this tournament. And we just have to make the most of it. Whoever they put us against, we feel like we have a good opportunity to win. And, Washington State, they're a great team. They just won the Pac-12 tournament championship. And, if we are indeed underseeded, it's not fair to them either. Right. So who knows? I'm not expecting any changes. So we're just going to try to schedule the best we can, hopefully do well. And we know when we get to the NCAA tournament, we have a team that's capable of winning.
Thank you, Coach.
Questions for Coach in the back here.
Coach, third quarter was the big difference. From your standpoint, what did you see and what changed from that second to third quarter?
Well, we didn't change much. I mean, we went into the locker room and we just talked about, we had like a 4-minute stretch in the second quarter where we didn't play well. And we thought if we just played the way we were playing the rest of that half, that we would have a great chance of winning. Two people that haven't got mentioned because they didn't maybe score a lot of points, but Eliza Winston and Emma List did an amazing job on their leading scorer. She scored a backdoor basket. I think it was on the very first possession, and they were able to, I think she finished with 5 for the whole game. So, and she's really good. I mean, she's a WNBA level player. And those two just gave outstanding effort to limit how many times she got good looks at the basket. And, obviously there was a time there where we were Keeks was getting downhill off ball screens, and that's Kiera Adams, Kiki. And Nucci was getting open and knocking them down, and she was catching it ready to shoot. And that's production off the bench. And when you have that, you have the chance to have an explosive quarter. We got a team that can be explosive, and I think we scored about 30 in the third. And that gave us a little bit of cushion going into the fourth, and we were able to kind of maintain it throughout.
I saw post game. You went up into the stands to, kind of celebrate a little bit with the fans. What was that experience like, and how great is it to be able to see, Southwest Florida faithful still up here in Philadelphia rooting you on?
Well, it was great to see so many people up there as FGCU fans, but I was celebrating with my partner who came to the game. She's a big part of this and why we're so successful. And then my family was able to make it to the game. I wasn't sure they were all going to be able to make it. So my brothers, nephews, and my dad was able to make the trip, and that just makes it, extra special to me.
And then, this is your back-to-back years, 2 of your 4 program victories coming in consecutive years. What do you think that says to the entire country that you have had such sustained success, and now you're doing it at the national level as well?
Well, I'm not sure what it says to the entire country because, we get a lot of respect nationally. We just, not with the seedings. Every other thing we get a lot of respect, whether it be the coaches poll, the mid-major poll, anything like that. And anytime these brackets come out, a lot of people predict us to win. It's not like people are super surprised. So I don't know what it says nationally other than we are a very competitive program. We have a lot of great players on our team, and we look forward to these challenges every year.
Any other questions for Coach? I think we're good.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.